I said salute to the untouchable True School Sports Empire.
That's
Taking
right,
over
the untouchable.
not only the South Florida boxing scene, but the worldwide boxing scene.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire, in association with Amateur Boxing Champions, proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports and Amateur Boxing Champions viewers and subscribers. Now, we were, as I've stated recently, we were out in Colorado Springs. By we, I mean Sean Zattel, Sean Porter, myself, the Amateur Boxing Champions, the app, the website, the platform, dedicated to covering amateur boxing. Boxing needs this. I'm proud to be a part of it, and I'm going to do my part to, contribute as much as I can. Now, listen, man, we interviewed a lot of kids, a lot of fighters. I don't want to call them kids, but, a lot of fighters. And in this video, we're going to talk about today about Orlando's very own, the fighting pride of Central Florida himself, Omari Jones. Now, Omari, not to be confused with Omari Jones, because I know a lot of people may confuse him with Omari Jones, the one that's a prospect with Devin Haney. We ain't talking about him. We talking about Omari Jones, all right? And Omari Jones, very talented young fighter. Tall, long, rangy. Got that good long straight right hand. He's a well-accomplished fighter, a young fighter who you get the sense is coming into his own month by month, week after week, year after year. He's getting better, right? And he's part of this group of USA amateurs, elite amateurs that you would anticipate are going to be representing Team USA in 2024 at the Olympics. With him, Jamal Harvey, Morel McCain, Raheem Gonzalez, Emilio Garcia, and the list goes on and on and on. Just a lot of fighters, right? But he actually has already accomplished some pretty good amateur success. In the last AIBA World Championships, he was awarded a silver medal. So he fell a little short, didn't win the gold, but was awarded a silver, and that's still pretty good. I think that's a good building block for him, because for those that know, for those that don't know, when it comes to amateur boxing on a grand scale, big picture, the biggest thing you can win in the amateurs is obviously a gold medal in the Olympics. But after that, there is none bigger than being a amateur world champion or medaling in the amateur world championships. That is a big deal, and it's definitely a building block for him. But good young kid. When you talk to Omari Jones, he's one of these guys. God just blesses some people with more than one talent. I feel like he's one of these people that if he decided he didn't want to box, he'd be more than fine. Smart kid, has his own clothing line called Dollar and a Dream Clothing. Go check that out. So he's into fashion, he's into that. He's a very well-spoken young man. I feel like whatever he decided he wanted to put his mind to outside of boxing, he'd probably be successful at it. He's one of those types, that God just blesses with multiple talents. But as far as what he's been doing to get ready to become the best fighter he can be, he sparred with some names. He sparred with professional fighters that we know about as boxing fans. He sparred with the likes of, Michelle Rivera and Ammo Williams and Josue Vargas. So, and the thing I like about him too is with him being from Orlando, being in Central Florida, one thing I noticed on his Instagram page is he's very, very good about traveling all around Florida. And Florida's a big state. He's gone to places, parts of Florida I haven't even gone to yet, like Pensacola. He was at the Roy Jones Jr. gym out there in Pensacola. So it shows me is that he's serious about his craft and that he really wants to make this boxing thing work out to the best of his abilities. And look, I like him. I think he won the silver medal at welterweight in the last amateur world championship. So Omari Jones, he's got that long, like I said in the beginning of the video, that long, rangy, tall frame that you want to see. And I feel like in amateur boxing, we're talking about him going into the Olympics and maybe being one of these guys that could break the gold medal drought for the men in the USA boxing. You know, he's one of the guys. Look at him, Jamal Harvey, Raheem Gonzalez. Them three right there. You look at those guys. They should all be guys that you suspect to be guys to break the drought because he's long, he's tall, he's rangy. And the thing about amateur boxing is it's all about not so much hurting your opponents, but scoring. You know, scoring clean and effective punches. So throwing as many punches as you can, but throwing them in a manner which is clean and effective that the judges can see. And with him having that long rangy frame of his, the better conditioned he is to do, then the better he's going to perform in the actual Olympics. So, you know, really interesting fighter. You know, I think, I don't know if he has any ambitions to go to the professional ranks, but if Omari does decide to go to the pros, you know, I feel like he's a very smart man. He's smart young man. I feel like, and I truly believe that, you know, he's got a good frame to compete at welterweight or 154 or 140 or whatever weight class he decides to campaign in the pros. And yeah, you know, the fact that he's being, you know, he's with this particular group of USA boxing, I think it's great because Coach Billy Walsh, who we'll talk about later on, he runs a very tight ship. And he's a no-nonsense type of coach who I feel like gets the best out of his fighters. And this is good for Omari in his foundational years, some of his most important years as a fighter. So that's my take on Omari Jones. You know, very interesting fighter. Look out for him. You know, look out for him in the 2024 Olympics. We'll definitely be covering him along with all the other USA elite amateurs on True School Sports and Amateur Boxing Champions. So yeah, get used to hearing that name, Omari Jones, the Orlando, Florida's very own. He's the only Florida boy on the USA team that we interviewed when we were out there. So I'm definitely rooting for him as a fellow Floridian myself. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Omari Jones. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take your ass.
Just like Mayweather's uncles would say, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You know, you do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Danny as well.
He the plug.